It's a cold winter's weekend in July and the New South Wales Local Court was busy dealing with new cases. What happened that resulted in the court needing to sit over the weekend? Can I work out what the case is about using only public information? Remember, the courthouse is closed to the public on the weekend, so I can't go and listen from the public gallery. In this part, I'm going to look at 3 co-accused. It's 2 men aged 41 and 45 and a 35-year-old woman. All appear on the court list on Saturday the 27th of July 2024 at Newcastle Local Court. By the way, the court is just a list of names. You can't tell by looking at the list that they are co-offenders or what they're accused of. But it turns out what the 3 co-accused have in common is gardening. The case starts for us out here in the community when police send out a media release early on Saturday morning. Police have raided a home in Muswellbrook on the Friday afternoon, the day before. The 3 gardeners are arrested. Police discover more than 200 plants inside their house. Now, it's been a cold winter here in the Hunter Valley, so it is understandable you might move your plants inside out of the cold. However, 200 plants inside your house is too many plants. Your love for plants is clearly out of control. How are you functioning in a house with all those plants? 200 is too many. I think at that point, the plants aren't living at your house. You're living with the plants in their house. Also, I assume gardeners mostly like different types of plants, like they do like flowers and trees and, they mix it up a bit. No, these gardeners were only growing one type of plant. So the same plant 200 times. And it's a prohibited plant called cannabis. So because of the 200 plants and the hydroponic setup that was allegedly discovered, the house is called a hydro house. The 3 gardeners are charged with 2 offences each. The first is knowingly take part in the cultivation of cannabis plants large commercial quantity. This is section 23 of the Drug Misuse and Trafficking Act 1985. It's a big section with a few elements that will need to be proven beyond reasonable doubt if the gardeners plead not guilty. This includes needing to prove that the cannabis is a prohibited plant. There will be a bit of biology involved there. Also, things like the quantity was large commercial. This is where you'll need to look up the quantity in the schedule at the back of the Act. For large commercial cultivated by enhanced indoor means, the number is 200 or more for that category. There's other elements to prove, like cultivates or knowingly takes part in the cultivation. So what's the maximum sentence, you ask? Actually, that's a little complex. It depends on a few factors. Rather than misinform you, I'm going to say the risk is 15 to 20 years or life imprisonment. There is also a standard non-parole period of 10 years to consider. There is a lot of case law on this type of offence, which assists in deciding the sentencing. If you're interested, search for this offence and that should start bringing up the case law. Just an observation after reading some of the previous cases, it looks like people who have been previously convicted are mostly crop sitters or labourers. I wonder if there are any cases that involve people in the cultivation operation that weren't just gardeners. Anyways, the second charge was take part in the supply of cannabis leaf commercial. Same law, it's the Drug Misuse and Trafficking Act. Need to prove similar elements as before, but this charge will also involve proving supply. Again, you'll need to read different parts of the law to work out the definition. Section 3 of the Act defines supply as sell and distribute, but it also includes agreeing to supply or offering to supply, meaning you don't have to actually supply. You can just offer or have the drug in your possession for supply. The media printed stories. This is where I could confirm that I had the correct names of the co-accused. The media print their real names. So it was having a house full of prohibited plants in Muswellbrook that got the attention of police, which saw the police refusing bail on the Friday afternoon. That resulted in court needing to hear the case over the weekend.